and here to captivate you about all the extraordinary inclusive getaways near and far. Here's President and COO of Crystal Cruises, Edie Rodriguez.
In my mind, we can conquer the world in love, you and I.
It's really about you and I. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're awake, because if you're not, I'm going to wake you up. This conference is about all access, and it is about you and I, vacation.com and Crystal Cruises. And so if you leave here today with one thought, you should know you're going to have all access to our entire team at Crystal Cruises. But before I begin, I'd like to introduce a couple of my colleagues here with me today. So let's see if we can get this slide to go. We have Jeannie Underwood, our Director of National Accounts, and Dominic Soleil, our Manager of National Accounts. So Jeannie, Dominic, and myself are here to help you guys any way we can. And I'd like to also begin with an attitude of gratitude and say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you, the vacation.com members, and to your leadership, John Lovell and his team. You're very, very fortunate to have such a tremendous leader leading all of you. I have a great deal of respect for John, and so you're very, very fortunate to be part of his team. So thank you. Okay, begin a new story. I thought I'd take a different twist today because we only have 5 minutes, and as you know, that's difficult for me in 5 minutes. I'm sure they'll be getting the hook. But more importantly, at Crystal Cruises, our ad campaign is Begin a New Story. And the reason we chose to go this way is because we wanted to break out of the sea of sameness in the cruise industry. And really what we're selling is stories and future memories. That's what you're directing your clients to create. And they asked the producer of 60 Minutes how for 40 plus years were they #1. And he said it's very simple. Tell me a story. They delivered telling stories. And so really on a vacation experience, people are creating new stories. And as Maya Angelou said, and God rest her soul, she recently passed away, and I'm going to ad-lib. She said, it's not what people say, it's not what people do, it's how they make you feel. And if I leave here today, I want you to feel one important thing, and that is that it's a new day at Crystal Cruises, and you do have all access to our team all the time. So our ad campaign is Begin a New Story, and I thought I would begin by telling you my story. My story is a long story now that I'm 26 for the second time. I last week had the privilege to attend a magnificent leadership program at Harvard Business School. And everybody was asking me, what were your takeaways? What were your takeaways? There were a myriad of takeaways. In fact, too many in 5 minutes to explain. But it was interesting because one of the key takeaways was, regardless of all the intellect and all the cerebralness that that program has, it's not just about ROI and net present value. It really is also about passion. And so my story began with my passion. As a little girl, my passion was to travel the world. And I wanted to travel the world in a luxurious manner. Yes, I was a luxury consumer even as a child. And I had to figure out a way, how was I going to do that? So I got a great education and followed my passion of travel, which is what led me to this career. And 32 years ago, I started, just as each of you, as a valued, trusted travel consultant. It was the greatest foundation for any career, and I really admire and respect all of that history and how it led me to where I'm at today. But I think the importantness in this story, in my story, is that you should understand that I am that Indian who walked in your moccasins 10 miles. I was one of you, and that is why I feel it is so important in mastering this business called travel business, if you will, that you sell with confidence. And how do you do that? Well, in order to sell with confidence, you need to start with a brand that you can sell with confidence, which leads me to the Crystal Cruises story. Crystal Cruises was founded 24 years ago, and in only 24 short years, this luxury brand truly is the creme de la creme of the luxury cruise space, has won more awards not only than any other cruise line, but more awards than any other land-based vacation experience. To name just a few, I won't bore you with all of them, there are so many, but Condé Nast World's Best for 20 of those 24 years. Travel and Leisure's World's Best for 18 years, and they only started that program about 18 years ago. So for such a young brand to continue to win these kind of stellar awards, what does that mean for you? It means that when you're doing your good job as a good travel consultant should, and asking the right questions to articulate and then ultimately sell the right brand experience to your clients that you entrust to become our guests, it's that you can sell the Crystal Cruises experience with the utmost confidence by these stellar third-party endorsements. So don't ever forget that, because it is very, very important in the selling process. And so, as I said, I want to make sure that all of you VCOM members are cognizant of the fact that you have all access all the time to both Crystal Cruises and I personally as their president. There's my email address. Use it, don't abuse it, but feel free to use it, because we want to help you close more Crystal Cruises. And if you have not sailed on Crystal yet, please come and sail with us so that you're empowered in an even greater manner to close more Crystal Cruises sales, and send us your clients, because they'll love it so much that when they rebook on board, you will have the commission. And that's our way, once again, of saying thank you. So our stories will continue, but you and I will continue as well. Thank you all. Have a great rest of the conference.
In